Hi everyone, it's been a long time. There's been a lot of changes and there's been a lot of good stuff. So hello gorgeous life. Hello my fellow peeps. And how are you? And I hope you all are doing well. I wanted to touch bases because I've had a lot of changes. Good changes. Been through some tests. I'm sure all of you have been through some tests. And I wanted to share with you some of the ways that I've kind of pulled myself out of the funk I was in, or all the tests, because the tests like to challenge us and make us feel not as adequate. So last time I had done a video about the suicide awareness and how we can get deep in our thoughts and deep in our process of life of just feeling like it's not worth it. The whole ascension and all this stuff is a lot of language, and it's a lot of experience, and it's a lot of hard. But through a lot of perseverance and just finding that groove, we went through a phase. We left Alaska and we were up there for the whole summer. I got to spend an amazing summer in Valdez, Alaska. We drove our RV all the way to Alaska. I got to spend the whole summer with my daughter and watch my son do a formal wedding. And then I got to watch my daughter do a quickie wedding, like what my husband and I did. So that was really cool. And after Alaska, we thought we were going to be doing one job, but it took us all the way from Alaska. Then we went to Washington, and then that job sent us to Oklahoma. It wasn't what we thought it was going to be. So we ended up taking a job and choosing to spend the holidays in Nebraska. And Nebraska was wonderful, and it was kind to us in a lot of ways. We had jobs, and I actually took up working. I was working actually 6 days a week, 12-hour days, and they were long. It was kind of a catch up for us to get kind of caught up financially and to see about skill sets. I actually was training to become an electrical apprentice. Since then, we got to our next destination. My husband got the universe, thank you, gave us an amazing opportunity, and we're back in Florida. Yeah, we went from Nebraska in the cold and the snow, where the earth was literally sucked our RV in and it was hard, and we got down here, and now we're down here, and I feel better than ever, and it's awesome. So one of the things that I have missed deeply is working with not just the crystals and the resin, like making my pendants and stuff. You can't do that in the cold. It's really hard, and especially in an RV, it's harder to keep the temperature climatized warm. What we can tolerate as humans is not the same as what resin will tolerate. So now that we're down here, we're kind of getting our groove, even though we've had a lot of hiccups with our RV. We've got some repairs. We have no hot water heater. We haven't for about a month now. So we have to chase showers now. Thank God the RV parks have them. Not always the best, but they work. We have running water, which helps, but we just don't have hot water. So I get resourceful. You get heat water. So anyways, I want to share with you one of the things that I started doing to help kind of wake me up. I'm starting to make tumblers. I'm using the resin, and I'm using alcohol inks. And these are a couple of my attempts at, that was a shiplap with the beach. And then this one is like a geode, where it looks like, the stone or the wood, and then you have the geode through it. I have one right now. This is a level of geode that it allows, so I'm leaving the top and the bottom open on these. And I use, the epoxy I use is food grade, no VOCs. It's awesome stuff, and that's why I've used it for several years now, actually. So it's funny because a lot of people that are starting to do tumblers, these are all stainless steel tumblers, have never worked with epoxy before. And as you guys know, I've been working with epoxy. I started out with the polyurethane epoxy, which is highly toxic. I had to be outside, blah, blah, blah. And then I started getting into the epoxy that is, what do they call it? Anyways, it's a one-to-one basis. But anyways, the particular brand I use is Stone Cone Countertop. They're out of Oregon. I love them. Absolutely awesome. Love family-owned businesses. Here's like a little one. So this one's more like, here's this one. So this is kind of like your highball. And I've been playing with embossing. So like this little dude is fun, and it was supposed to be an ocean, but all the ocean went to the sand went to the bottom, but it's still cool. I think it still has a lot of cool texture. I still have to do like the next coat to seal it. I'll show you. I'm doing wood grain. So this is my first full wood grain besides the shiplap, and so I've got to seal this. I decided to put some texture of green in here because there's a lot of wood out there that has different colors and tones, and I got to do start doing the epoxy. Here's a big one. So like this is like I think these are considered your 20 ouncers, and then this guy is like a 30 ouncer, and this is my shiplap, and I got to do. I think he's actually done. I need to double check and check in with him and see if he needs to do another coat or not. And then my next one is for a wonderful friend who she was with me through my divorce. Not my husband now is a gift from the universe. Okay, so I had a long marriage that was a horrible divorce and everything. But anyways, she was my friend, and she went through the same thing. So I have made her a birthday gift. And I'm loving, I like leaving this little lip. A lot of people are paranoid about putting their mouth, but this stuff is awesome. And they all have lids, like they have little lids that go on them. So it's not a big deal, but some people just are funny about that. So that's okay. This one is one of my, I'm digging. I did alcohol inks on the silver. And then I did colored glitters. So to me, it just has this wonderful, it's almost got that mesmerizing where you just want to stare at it and stuff. I did some for my kiddos, and I did some for some friends, my family back in Nebraska. Awesome. It was fun. I'm loving the diversity with the resin, but I'm missing my crystals, and I'm missing making those. I've been mailing out my Harmony and this is the stress anxiety one. I mailed these the most, and I'm ready to get them back out, but we're right in the process from one RV park to another, so I can't really get to all my supplies. So in the process, this is my workstation, my tool cart. Once we get over there, I'll kind of be more set up. I'm hoping, but we do have to get a lot of repairs done, so I'm having to balance the whole process. So this little guy that I have on here, it's a pencil holder. My husband found this at, I think it was Office Depot, and on his job, he actually has a desk now. And so he was actually asking if I could make him a special painting on it or pour. And actually what I'm thinking is I'm going to try and do a mini version of this, surprise him with that. So don't tell him, guys. So that he could have something on his desk that reminds him, even though we get to go to the beach on the weekends, which this is the first job he's had in 26 years that he has weekends off. I mean, it's truly a blessing. So it's helping me do more of my stuff. My gifts are blossoming again. I got to do some readings on some friends recently, and I absolutely love when loved ones come in and they just share insight and knowledge, and just that kind of that, I call it that little tune-up where people are just filling those ruts, and then I get to share that wonderful information. So if you ever need anything, let me know. I do them. We can figure that all out. Anyways, I just want to do a touch basis. I want to share with you kind of where I'm at. I hope you guys are good. I hope that you all are in a place where you're starting to feel the upswing of 2020 and not so much that the denseness of 19. That this is going to be a huge year for all of us. It is going to be an amazing year. And I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys have to share in your journey, and maybe we could interact more. I'm hoping to get on here more. I'm feeling a lot better, and I'm in a better place to where I feel like I can be able to share maybe some beach videos like I used to. We have a lot of wind today, so the pollen is just kind of got me, and I try not to take cold pills or whatever to counter my allergies, but the pollen is winning today, so I probably will have to take something. I think it's like 60 degrees and it's windy, so of course, is blowing all the beautiful pollen, which is making all those beautiful flowers. And I absolutely love them. They just like to tickle me and make me all mucusy. So you guys don't know anything about that, do you? Anyways, I know I'm saying that a lot, aren't I? I love you. Thank you for checking in. Thank you for being willing to step forward and watch and share. And have a beautiful day. Hello, gorgeous life. It is a life that you get to choose. Love you. Many blessings. Sending you lots of good do. And we'll talk to you soon. Mwah.